Okay, hi. Welcome back to the second part of our lecture. I hope you have finished the quiz just now and got good scores. Anyway, so in the second section, we're going to talk about how to answer essay questions. Okay, let's look at the slides. Okay, so how? Right, I'm sure you have your own ways to brainstorm. So today, we're just going to go through some other ideas or some other ways to answer essay questions. All right, let's look at the first slide together. Actually, you can answer an essay question as you wish. Uh, yeah, more. I remember last week we learned about three genre of essay: discursive, argumentative, and problem solving. Right? Actually, I talked to my colleague who is involved in MUAT. He said that there's no clear uh, it's not really fixed. Okay, you can choose the way for you to elaborate. I mean, for you to write your answer. So as long as the approach that you choose is logical and suitable to the topic, and most importantly, elaborable. All right, this is not, by the way, this is not a real word, but I want you to remember it. Remember this word, elaborable. Okay, make sure you can elaborate your points. Okay, so let's look at the examples in your textbook. Okay, can you go to page 221? So this is the an example of the question. ICT is the cause of many problems in the society. So if you want to write this discursive essay, you can explain the benefits and also problems caused by ICT. Actually, this book the example given to you is a discursive essay, but I noticed a problem with this example. The problem is the thesis statement. Last week we learned that the thesis statement must state all the thesis statement must state all the points. So they missed the second point. So I actually corrected it. I added save time there. Can you see? No, you cannot see. Anyway, you should correct it in your textbook. ICT has its advantages such as giving us information almost immediately and saving time. Okay, you have to add it there. Anyway, so that this is an example of a discursive essay. They are neutral. They explain the benefits. They explain the problem caused by ICT. If you choose to write an argumentative essay, you can you pick side. Have to pick side. I know last week I said that you can be neutral, but then again, if you think about it, why do you argue when it's neutral, right? If you argue when you only want to argue when you actually have a strong opinion about something. In my opinion, a neutral argumentative is just a discussion, a discursive essay. Okay, so if you want to write an argumentative essay, so if you agree, you explain three problems caused by ICT, such as cyberbullying, fake news, and scam. Okay, and then if you disagree, you explain three benefits of ICT. No, you can say no. ICT has so many benefits, not the problem. Okay, and then you can also approach it from a problem solving using a problem solving genre. So you explain ways to avoid the problems caused by ICTs or ways to solve problems caused by ICT. For example, if you think how to avoid being scammed or how to solve cyberbullying and so on. All right. So that is how we approach it from a problem solving point of view. Okay, now let's move on to the next example. Okay, page 223, the next page. Okay, again, the statement is crimes are committed out of selfishness. So if you choose a discursive essay, you can, like the one given in in the example, you can explain how selfishness leads to crime, but also explain other reasons why people commit crime. Like here in the first paragraph, yeah, the author talk about how being selfish makes us greedy, and that's why we commit crime. But in the second body paragraph and third body paragraph, the author gave other reasons. In the second body paragraph, we talk about crime is caused by vulnerability. And in the third body paragraph, the author talks about how lack of parental guidance can lead to crime. Okay, so this is a discursive essay. It's quite neutral, yes and no. But if you choose to write an argumentative essay, so if you agree, you can give three ways how selfishness can lead to crime. And if you disagree, you can explain three other stronger reasons why people commit crime. You say no, not selfishness. You can say it's poverty, vulnerability, and lack of self-discipline. Okay, yeah, you can give three other stronger reasons. Okay, for the third one, this is where this is when it's this is the problem. In my personal opinion, I don't know how to write a problem solving essay using this topic. So if I were a MUET candidate, I will not choose to approach it from a using a problem solving genre. So this is what I meant elaborable. I can't think of any way to elaborate it. How to write a problem solving essay using this topic. Yeah, maybe you can give example on how you can elaborate on how to solve crime, but then again you will leave out the selfishness, and then maybe you can say, oh, we can go to therapy for people with who are so selfish, narcissistic, and send them for therapy. But yeah, I cannot elaborate it from a using a problem solving uh, genre. So I'm not going to do problem solving. Okay, I'll choose maybe discursive is quite easy, and argumentative is, I personally think it's okay, but I think discursive is the easiest way to approach this. Um, all right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's go to page 238 with more examples. Okay, number 4 on page 238. It talks about credit cards. So credit cards bring a lot of hardship to the users. Yes, I can testify. Okay, yeah, I agree. So in the book they gave you points, right? If you agree, there are 3 points given there, and then if you disagree, they also give you 3 points there. So you can elaborate there. Being neutral, the points given for neutral, I think it's more for discursive. You say, yeah, credit cards can be bad, but also can be very useful. Yeah, right. Because um, some people, uh, think it's safer because if you lose your card, you can just call the bank and then they'll block your card, right? So if you lose cash, it's lost forever. So yeah, so the point for neutral is actually for discursive, where you give maybe 2 points to agree and 1 point to disagree with the statement. If you choose to do solving essay, you can give maybe three ways to avoid overusing your credit cards, or 3 ways to settle your credit card debt, and so on. Yeah, if you can elaborate it. Okay, if you cannot elaborate it, do not approach it like that. And okay, now let's look at practice 5. Holding a part-time job while studying disrupts a student's studies. So again, if you agree, you can give 3 reasons why a part-time job will disrupt your studies. You are tired, it takes time, and yeah, and so on. Yeah, I cannot think right now. And if you disagree with this statement, you can you can go on page 239. It gives a lot of it gives so 3 points to disagree with the statement. You can say no, it can help you in your studies, I mean, to pay for the fees. You can develop skills, gain more experience, and so on. Okay. Well, if you're neutral, if you want to write a discursive essay where you're neutral, you give the pro and cons. Um, yeah, you can also see the third column there, right? Yeah, on page 239. So what if you want to approach it from a problem solving uh, a way, using a problem solving essay? You can say, you can give explain ways for students who work part-time to avoid um, you can explain how students who work part-time can manage both their studies and their part-time job. Okay, so uh, yeah, that is a problem solving essay. Now let's look at practice 7. So failure is the first step to success. So if you want to write a discursive essay, okay, you can explain how failure can lead to success, and also you explain, saying, oh, but sometimes failure will make people feel depressed and it may not lead to success. All right, so that is a discursive. You present different point of view. Well, if you're argumentative, you say, yes, failure is the first step to success, and you give 3 ways why failure can lead to success. For example, you learn from your mistake, you feel motivated because you want to redeem yourself, and so on. While if you disagree with this statement, you can say, you can give uh, other reasons that could be the first step. For example, no, failure is not the first step because encouragement from parents is the first step, or self motivation is the first step, and so on. Okay, or maybe you can say how failure is so can be very very damaging to a person that it may not lead to success. Oh, but it will lead to even worse failure, bigger failure in the future. So that is argumentative, where you choose sides. Okay, but okay, now let's talk about it from a problem solving point. If you want to choose problem solving genre, again, personally, I cannot think of how to write this. How to write a problem solving essay based on this statement. So I will not approach it from using a problem solving approach. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe you have a different opinion. Because the thing is, this is not a problem. If a problem solving essay, you need to start with a problem. Look at the practice 4 and practice 5. Those two are problems, right? Credit cards leads to a lot of hardship, and holding part-time job will affect your studies. Those two are problems. While the practice 7 is just a statement. So I don't really see how you can write a problem solving essay uh, from based on this statement. Okay, so why don't you try? I'll give you a practice, and then why don't you try to elaborate it from uh, three different genre? Okay, all right. I'll see you in part 3. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I'll see you in part 3. Bye.